Oh, there you are. Oi, oi, Flat Earth British, Matt League speaking. Good to see you today. We are going to talk about, guess. Ooh, never look at cockeyed people, guys. Not directly, anyway. Good to see you. Flat Earth British, Martin Leaker in the house. A warm welcome to you all. A warm coochie welcome to you all. In the house. Today, can drop the mic. I think I know what's going on. You know, they don't really know how we interpret consciousness. They don't really know how sight even works outside of the weirdness that they tell us about, which I will go into. But I think I know what is going on. And I definitely think it's time to step through, like myself, into a 3.0 plus reality. Super HD, super groovy. I think that's what's going to go on. So, eyes. There's an eye in there. It's my pet eye. Keep a pet eye. Everyone's got a pet eye, obviously. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And a twinkle in the eye, you know them twinkles in the eye, yeah, they make babies. I met you, I knew you, I knew your father when you were just a twinkle in his eye. Yeah, something along those lines. Now, when you look at a person, when you look into a person's eyes, there's a lot more going on than you could imagine. In fact, I'm going to give you a rundown on what's happening with the human eye, from the iris, trippy that is, to the blackest black hole in existence, the portal, that is the pupil. Pupil, funny that name, isn't it? What's even funnier is they say we have vision. Like, so what, we're having visions, are we? Well, yeah, we didn't lie then. So we're having visions. Visions of what they call reality. And eyes, well, they're key to it all. The five senses, six if you like, are key to it all. Taste, touch, ooh, touching me, touching. We're going to have some fun in this anyway, guys. Let's give you all a few shouts and wait for a few of you to roll in. This is my pre-Flatter Day post, so it's like Flatter Day-ish. We'll do Flatter Day-ish stuff. Flat Earth British vibes, obviously. Groovy vibes. Nice cup of coffee. Yumski. Hippie Shakes in the house, thanks for linking up. Sweetness. Hulking Colossus Klung. Greetings, Earth Realm 14. Greetings to you as well. Glyphs in the house, good to see you, my man. Over there in America. And Dallas is in the house. Our visions like the vapors. Well, I think when they talk about smoke and mirrors, I think just like the song, when smoke gets in your eyes, I think smoke recodes reality. I really do. The more I think about it, when you stare into pure chi, a fire, what are you exactly looking at for hours on end? It's a primal thing, isn't it? But the smoke as well, you know, they use smoke signals. Smoke is, I think, a way of, they use smoke in divination, in seeing the future. They see the future in smoke. That's the way Nostradamus used to do it. That was one of his methods of seeing the future, was in smoke. Well, steam, just like the Peter Gabriel song, real as any dream you see. All of about reality is in the song Steam by Peter Gabriel. In fact, all of Peter Gabriel's songs pretty much tell you what's going on in this realm. Definitely. And Talking Heads. Fuck me. I had to complain about my bad language. These videos are not set for children. They are adults. They're adults. This is why I can cuss now and again, because I'm going to be me. This is what I'm going to be. I can't be anything else. Okay. So, life flashed before my eyes. They say that, don't they? They say when somebody's about to kick the proverbial bucket, yeah, pop their clogs, life flashes before the eyes. How exactly do you know that? How is that? If they died, it's like, oh, I've come back and life flashed before my eyes. It must be that. You hear Vietnam War vets saying, oh, that bullet was close, but my life flashed before my eyes in a split second. If that's even possible, you could have a full download of your reality in a split second. That should tell you something about this place, guys. Now, obviously, each and every one of us as well has an individual iris, individual color, and individual retina layout, just like a password or a fingerprint or a blueprint for you, and which is why they got retina scans. But yeah, I'm not saying they designed our eyes just like that, ready for retina scans at all. Anyway, blink and you're going to miss this. And this, after watching this post, you're going to think about eyes in a completely different way. You're never going to think about your mince pies, Cockney rhyming slang for eyes. You're getting it? You're getting it? Okay, I've been learning Cheryl as well. Cockney rhyming slang is real good fun, okay? We're going to have a butcher's hook at this. Butcher's hook. Look. Butcher's hook, look. We're going to have a look at this and have some good times together. Didgeridoos in the house. I see my brother KJV's in the house. He's going to love this. He loves a bit of the eye. So I, just like AI. I know. We're going to look into some of the symbology behind, you know, the eye. Obviously, the Masons got a stiffy for it, haven't they? The old all-seeing eye, and Horus wanted a Horus, and they gave us a Horus. Visions like babies. Good little comment there. Thank you, Dallas. Nathan, much love to you, my brother. Just JP, much love. Good to see you. Okay, we got Joe in the house. Much huggage to you over the North Sea in your direction. Just JP Maticus. Today I'm Maticus Van Erecticus, the third, Dutch wizard. Might be a true story. Restreaming my bro. Everyone get over to KJV. It's my longtime brother over in London. You may have known him as McLovin, but it changes like the British weather. So he's King James version at the moment. Mr. Razda, he's Irene, bringing us the Razda vibration in the house. That's what we need. We need more speakers. We need more reggae. We need more Razda vibration in the place. That's what we need. That's the reality I want to live in. Really do. So lots of dub. That's why they should have a theme tune for my life. I know. Oh, Jay, nice one. I know. The cornier the better. Ha ha ha. Tracy's on form. Like to see it. So yeah, all you wiggly fat bummies, thanks for coming over. Bring beauty's in the eye of the beholder is a definite, isn't it? Oh, I saw a twinkle in her eye. And I noticed people, when they're in a flow state, right? So they're basically, they've blocked all their chi links. They're feeling groovy. They haven't given all their energy away to the vampires. And they've retained it all for themselves. And they're lit. This is why you see all of these ancient pictures of apostles with a little flame on their head. Because these fuckers are lit. Or the aura that you see around saintages and stuff. It's because they're lit. They're lit up. They're on that vibration. The vibration that I'm talking about. The one that Neo gets when he's fighting Smith. And Smith's like, "Four!" And he's like, just, he's nothing. He doesn't even stop bullets. Bullets ain't even real. Okay, Ted Young, good to see you. And we've got, oh, Miss Honeybee. Honeybee, you were driving me crazy. So, Four Jacks is in the house. Bit of Beatles there. So yeah, John Lennon. I like John Lennon, but I gotta be honest with you, right? George Harrison. I love George Harrison. He was my bestest ever Beatle. He was so smart. Oh, let's have a for George Harrison. Don't worry. We just brought him back to life. He's brilliant again. My Sweet Lord. Is that the best song ever in the history of ever? My Sweet Lord. No, I think it is. I think I differ. So yeah, I did a post yesterday on breathing and breatharianism. You may have caught that, you may not have caught that. I think it's worth checking out because I definitely think, as my comments have reflected, that I am onto something for sure. Like I am with this post as well. So Squizzle's in the house. Didgeridooing. Okay, so get your groovy pants on. Let's do a little disco dance while we're at it. Pretend Martin's got a disco ball right behind him. Check it out. I'm there. Okay, ready? You ready for some juicage? Okay, make sure to, sharing don't mean anything anyway if half the internet's bots anyway, but the thought that counts. like the video. I have a bit of Gabriel in the background. I love. He's always on, yeah, Peter Gabriel. For flipping hell, absolutely love that man. So creative, so. Well, unless the Tavistock is giving him his lyrics and you don't know shit like the rest of them. I love mince pies as well, David. I love pie generally. Aye, Captain Litka. Okay, aye. I am the captain of Martin Litka's ship, and we are sailing fair seas today, guys. Fair seas today. In fact, I think it'll be a long while before we get any choppy waters, because plain sailing. We've done the years of trench warfare in the Truva community, and now it's all come unstuck like fucking watered down super glue. That's probably not a good analogy. Really bad glue, anyway. You're looking super cool. Wow, I got my California t-shirt on there. Yeah, Orange County. I never went to Orange County, but I was very close by San Diego. California, that's where we want. I want to go where the weather suits my clothes. That's what I do. David, oh dear, David, close your eyes. Don't even look. Close your eyes. Reset yourself, Marianne. So yeah, blinking's trippy, isn't it? You know, there's some things you don't know about the old blinkage and what is going on. So let's have a think about the human eye. It is infinitely trippy. It's almost an entire. This is what, when I look into the human eye, this is how I know we are some sort of bioorganic robots. Really, I really do think this is the case. When I show you, you'll be like, wow, that's trippy. It's almost like we're a bioorganic robot. It's like, yeah, no shit. But the way we perceive reality is what I want to talk about. The way we interpret reality. Well, I think that the eyes, the awareness, the chi energy, the life force, that is you, your soul. I think wherever your awareness goes, I think your eyes render your reality for you. I think that they are an essential part. And how do I know? Well, close your eyes and see what happens. Yes. The reality has just disappeared, hasn't it? It's only now in your mind, isn't it? So that's curious. And then this blinking business, is it really to keep dust out of the mince pies? Mince pies, eyes, that's right. Much love to you, Rain Mudflood. Little mum. Mine changed colours between blue and green and grey. Well, I'm going to go into that because I watched a video. I don't watch too many, as you know, because YouTube's dead on its fucking ass, except for a slot. But we're not even going to concentrate on that because that's a loop in itself, isn't it? Mind control. So, yeah. We're going to look into that. Leave it to me. Okay. I'm onto something. Good. I hope you are. I hope all of us are onto something. I think everything is accelerating. The quickening is definitely quickening. As we get to more biggies, mic drops. Upside down, boy. Upside down. You turn me on. Right round, baby. Right round like a record, baby. I'm putting together some research. Fucking awesome. That's what I like to hear. You do that, my brother. Okay. Good news. Okay. So let's see what we're doing. So yeah, we have visions. Isn't that funny? And how's your vision? Huh? Visions. I don't suffer with visions. People get locked away for saying things like that. Oh, he had visions, Your Honor. Visions, is it? Well, yeah, this is basically how I see. They all say that. Visions. Yeah, so just watch that one with the legalese. Anyway. So, blink and you miss it. Right, let's share some images. 250 of you have turned up. Good to see you today on this epic Thursday in Wales. Sun's back out. Martin's drinking his coffee, chilled out. You have visions. I have visions as well. I have visions of you endlessly. That's a good song. Jar Wobble and Sinead O'Connor. Them dudes made a good song. Visions of you. YouTube it. Not now, after my show. What about the next lunar eclipse? What about it? The lunar eclipse is happening in my mind, in my brain. And do you know what? I haven't even got a brain. No, I haven't. No, I don't mean that in a weird way. Okay, I mean I haven't got a brain. In fact, my brain's not even there unless you like tear it open and add a look. I don't think it's actually there at all. Just like Michael Talbot stated back in the day in '92, actually. the brain's mechanism is holographic by nature. It's just like everything else. So unless you're going to go and look at your brain, the wave function is going to lapse, and voila, you got a brain. Until that point, you know, we're like Alien. You know Alien? Yeah, Alien. We're like Alien. Oh yeah, really? No, I don't want to shock you here, right? Is apparently a brain attached to a spinal column with a load of nerve endings. That's us. It's like trippy little alien things. The rest of it is just meat sack, as you know. Blood vessels and organs and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of Phoenician connections, I think, with the seeing, or what they say with us, with the seeing, like with the symbolism that we'll talk about shortly. Obviously, there's the Holy See, isn't there? And there's the sea, which is the sea as well. So, you seeing what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You seeing what I'm saying? So, let's pick this apart, guys. There's a lot of highly interesting juice in this post, and lots of shareages for what you'd expect to see on a epic flatter day, but better. Everything's better, like a tadpole, like a spunkages, like tadpoles. Bob, yes. Aloha. Giant sperms. Is that what you've got? Watch me tower. LA literalist. Watch out, he's got giant sperms. They chase you down the road. Let me in, let me in. Tara Payne. Hello, peeps. Isn't it weird? What a weird existence. Anyway, good news if we elevate our state of consciousness to a time that we won't need to be eating that steak in the Matrix, like I talked about on my last post. And then we won't have to go through that total indignity that every single human being has to go through every morning, which is interacting with shit. Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful new day in heaven. Oh, look at that sunset. Oh, I'm off for a dump. There's the killer right there, isn't it? And now I got to wipe that shit off my ass. I know. I don't think Tatarians was doing things like that. I don't think they even know what freaking shit was. So, hello, HWMO Liberty. So I could be completely wrong. So yeah, that's where I am this Saturday, Justin. I am in Bournemouth at the RiseAbove weekend. Tickets available in the descriptions box down below for a 2-day event, or 3-day event actually, with lots of guest speakers and partying and discos and things. So hi Julia, good to see you today on what is a very pleasant 3.0 day. My spine has bones. Well, we got 33 spines. Spinal column, just like 33, Sonic 33, or the age Jesus died. People say with the Kundalini experience that it all means the same. Semen. Yeah, that's true. I'm a seaman. I was a seaman, and interestingly, I was conceived at sea at the stroke of 12 midnight on New Year's Eve. So have fun. Dziękuję. It's my heart living on Poland. Saw you at drum and bass. Drum and bass on a bike was awesome. I spoke to him. I recorded it, but he was busy connecting wires and that. So I was just bugging him, Lana. But a girl passed out, and they shouted over the microphone, "This is not going to happen until we get some sort of medical official here." In comes Cheryl, obviously a nurse, and rescued the girl who had passed out in the heat and the massive loud music. And then drum and bass on a bike happens, which is a rave going down the road, and you've never seen anything like in your life. Spinal fluids. I don't want to go into that, Jay. It's a bit gnarly, but yeah. So eventually, I think with AI, and what will come eventually, is my suspicion, is eternal life. That is what it's going to be doing. That is next. With all of its innovation, I think that it's what they want more than anything, is not to age and not to die. And if everyone was in abundance and being their true sovereign being self, enjoying their lives like the elites like to fucking do, even though they're obviously bitches for someone else and not completely free in the game, because not many are. But there is a way. Coffee. It's me, a Kathy, I come home. Okay, let's get into some juice, shall we? Okay, let me just, before I do that, let me just read Hugh's joke. I'm putting on warm underwear, fresh out of the dryer. Plus, it's fun to look around the laundrette to see who it belongs to. Oh, the grandma. Yeah, Sean, if you like, mate. I always think this, like, it's like, oh, every time you tell the truth, you piss off a demon. Piss off a demon? Well, ain't they pissed off all the time? Isn't that the nature of being a fucking demon? Demons are stupid. No, they are. All you need is like a lollipop stick, yeah, like that, yeah, and they're like, ooh, 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 fucking who? And there's not even any reality in it. They're just that stupid. And listen, you know, my gang, we batter all them demons. We're not scared. Oi, oi, oi. Goldie, son of Overbrook. Okay, Gilmore's, any of them, fuckers, Asian fuckers. Yeah. We'll deal with all that as it comes. Don't worry about that. But against the wall. Anyway, I have been Palace of Matusa Atuska. Ooh, is that a real place? Oh man, I got a castle. I wonder if it's mine from my Estonian heritage yet to come. Yes, aliens, ruined demons. Yeah, listen. I would piss them all off. Yeah, I'm no good in heaven. Yeah, I would stink heaven up with ganja for a start off. The complaints would be fucking terrible, and the same in hell as well. They would be complaining, oh fucking hell, he's stinking. But both sides. So there would have to be somewhere in between for me. Okay, an in between place, because I'm not good with either of them. So there's that. Okay. Clapping your hands balances energy and demons away. Demons, isn't that to do with religion and stuff? Tell you when you see demons, when you think you're going to see demons, because that's how powerful the mind is. People bring poltergeists into their reality. Does that mean there's poltergeists in the reality, or does that mean the mind is strong enough to manifest it, like these people that have invisible friends, or like in the movie Fight Club when he has Tyler Derbish, oh no, what's his name? Yeah, as his invisible friend who's not really there, but he is. Really strange stuff. The power of the mind could do anything. Redirect it to you. And really, it is true what they say. The world is your oyster. Heaven and hell are states of consciousness. There you go, Liar of Vienna, words of wisdom. Yeah, so fuck it all off. There's a new way of thinking coming. This archaic fucking Middle Ages way of thinking is not fucking helping anyone in reality. I can tell you that for nothing. And consciousness is moving on, whether you like it or not. And it's evolving. And it's getting smarter. And we're going back to them old Tatarian values and ways that we once had. That's what's happening. Yeah, creators. The mind creates. We are the gods. Oh, only men. That's all that's in this place. Men and women. Beautiful background. Thank you, Hippie Shake. I love it too. It's giving me this transcendental feeling. I think I'm transcendental today. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling that. I am. So make sure to share this out, guys. I'll do YouTube things. Whatever, doesn't matter anyway. To be honest with you, it's all good. Whatever. I just survived 10 years on fucking YouTube, guys. I'm not actually bothered anymore. There is that, which is like nearly impossible, isn't it? And an organically grown channel, like a real one. Rare as rocking or shit in YouTube land. I can tell you that, and I think well sought after. So there's us. I know it doesn't look like us, and it looks like Beaker off of the Muppets. Admittedly, it looks like Beaker off the Muppets. The only Muppet with orange hair. 33 scientists. I'm just saying. Okay. So is that what we really are? Just like in the movie Blade Runner, Sean Young, she wasn't too happy to find out that she was just really some sort of very, very clever technology, which is what human beings, I really do think, are. Going back to my previous post of, did we really need food as breatharians? Well, look at the Bible. What's the first thing that happened is Adam and Eve. And what she'd take? The apple, the food, because you didn't need food. You were nourishing energetically from the ether when everything was there in the light, which they call photons, which is like small, you know, fucking packets of light, packets of energy, they reckon, and indistinguishable. But there's no proof for any of that. I really do think, like the fluid nature, the data stream that is what we're breathing, that we interpret our reality through data, okay, through ones and zeros. It just looks like the reality that we see, and it's meant to as well. So they say if you spend too long looking into these eyes, you will become very wealthy. So look into those eyes. Look at hypnotists, they're trippy, aren't they? Do you ever watch Dan Brown? Do you think there's any reality in it? I don't think I can be hypnotized. Power of suggestion is a really powerful thing, though. And people who can master that got power over other people's minds, which is what the media do with all of the other people, all them. So this is what they say anyway about vision. This is like we're in school now, okay? So our Brian, which I doubt even exists anyway, sees what your eye sees. So it sees the tree, but it sees it upside down. The eye tosses it around, unless you're looking through a glass of water, and he puts the image up. The final image rendered. So even in, you know, fucking kindergarten school fucking ideals, they're telling you that your brain is rendering the reality, which it is, and turning it around. Okay. So interesting names: iris, like the flower; the lens, which is just like what you get in a camera; the pupil. In fact, the whole mechanism from the eye is just like the mechanism for a camera. A camera. We got cameras in our heads, guys. We've got cameras. There it is. Close up of the human eye. Now, the black of the pupil is apparently the blackest black. Even it's blacker than the blackest black. Apparently, it's like a black that hasn't got a name. Is the black hole, the portal that is your eye. And then, like, oh yeah, I got distracted earlier about the colors of the eyes. No, I got like I don't know. I got all colors basically. It's depending on my mood. I've got hazel eyes, but some days they're green, sometimes a little blue, other times fucking amber, everything green, loads of greens and different colors. Yeah, but I do sparkle. My eyes do go sparkly. I guess sparkly. Some people, especially women, yeah, I've noticed, can turn on the sparkles. Yeah, you look at their eyes and there's these little sparkles, like them fucking sparklers you get on bonfire night. You know, the little sparklers you get in a cocktail that you don't want to poke yourself in the eye with because you'll be basically burnt as well, which is really dangerous, putting a sparkler in a cocktail. Anyway, I digress. So the pupil as well, okay, is basically a one-off, like the fingerprint, although I haven't got any fingerprints, so that's me out of the game. But the rest of you have fingerprints, and they are unique to you, your password in the sim. And the iris, the retina, okay, as well, is only your signature. It's a blueprint for everything. Now, there are eye doctors, people in this place, that can check your health. That means the health of your heart, your liver, and all of your internal organs by looking in your iris. Now, they don't do this in like common medicine, but there's enough evidence that they can be diagnosed from what they see in the human eye. Okay. Anyway, so blink, like I said, and you miss it. So if you think of this iris, or excuse me, the pupil, as a bio-optic portal, I think that would suffice. The term would suffice. Okay. So it's tuned, finely tuned, like everything is in this place, to decode light, emotion, and memory. What happens when you look into someone's eyes? 1,000 things go through your mind. Trust, who is this person? I mean, vibration, and maybe you get a little bit of an increased heart rate. You'll have different things happening to you when you look into someone else's eyes. So did you know that the average human blinks 15 to 20 times per minute? So why is that? Well, each blink is a reset pulse. And it's a momentary blackout. Makes perfect sense. A momentary blackout that lets your brain, if it exists, reframe reality. So if it goes too fast, okay, you're anxious. Your bit rate, you're blinking a lot, you're anxious. Have you seen people in interviews sweating like bastards, blinking like hell? Yeah, because they are anxious. Now, if you blink really, really slowly, then you're in a trance state or in a chilled out, relaxed mode. So blinking will determine whether or not you have time perception slow or fast. Blinking can do that. In fact, from my estimations, limiting how much you blink or not blinking at all, well, that would be a strange, trippy reality you would render then, bit bigger than breaking pattern. But if you were to slow your blink rate and your bit rate, then you would perceive time slower. So blinking is how we sync with the simulation. It's a refresh rate. It's a refresh rate. Now let's think about the pupil. The pupil is a very strange one. We've all had pupils the size of flipping saucers, haven't we? Well, the eyes, they're the windows to the soul, as many of us see. You can see everything about a person. In fact, Pink Floyd once said, I see a stranger in everybody. I see myself in everybody's eyes. That's it. See myself in everybody's eyes. So pupil shifts, well, they react to unseen frequencies. The eyes themselves will dilate massively, dilate massively if you're surprised, if you're in shock, if you're in love, or if you've seen, you know, a significant other, like wah, wah, like Mask, wah, 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 with the eyeballs. And obviously you get the twinkle in the eye that brings baby. Sparkly eyes is chi energy clear. Okay, you're in a flow state. If you've got them sparkly eyes, you've got chi state flow. You're in flow, which is a really good receive. It means you're receiving your data from the light as truth. And truth, well, truth and light, same thing. Same thing. That's what you're receiving. Trippiest things ever, aren't they? Anyway, let's move on. So this is one for McLovin, who's in chat right now. Many schools of thought about where we live, the place where we live, but the model, if you think of it as the ancient model here with the shoal and the firmament, looks exactly like an eye. Pupil represents the shoal, the iris represents our oceans, the cornea represents the firmament, and the aqueous humor represents the sky and the atmosphere. Definitely intelligent design. The eye anatomy. Are we in the eye of God? Who even knows? Maybe he's just got one eye. God's got one eye. That's what they keep telling us with the old one eye thing that they keep showing us. Like Odin only has one eye. So maybe it's a dick. So yeah, like I said, my mother always said to me, Martin, if you go outside and see anyone cross-eyed, don't look them straight in the eyes. I was like, well, I won't, man. Absolutely. So I learned a lot. I learned never to look at cross-eyed people in the eyes. Tears are interesting as well, aren't they? Salt water. Why is that? So tears, they come with emotion, and the eyes film up as well with emotion. Well, there's a definite frequency change going on there with the emotion, and it's all through what you've looked at. So let me talk about that. So the iris, okay, there is a curious thing, as you know, and it is a fingerprint. So what we're looking at with the iris is a retina scan will tell you is all the details to us. So it's like a digital, if you like, fingerprint. But it's fractal by nature. The iris is fractal by nature. It looks like Mandelbrot set. It's trippy as hell. There's some lovely realistic eye pictures from the Renaissance. Let's look at that old lady's eye. Oh, yeah. It's just like a whole universe there, isn't it? So it's a map, if you like, and it is a map. The eye is a map, or the iris of your internal domain. It can tell you everything about your frequency, whether you're in a flow state, your state of health. Is clear in the eyes, guys. You can see all of that in the eyes. So as I meant, Freud talked a lot about eye color. People with blue eyes are cool, sort of temperamented people, balanced sort of people. People with hazel eyes, for example, are complicated, just like the color of their eyes is complicated. Can't really nail it down. That beautiful amber color as well. I've always really liked that. Some people, like David Bowie, get different color eyes. There is a name for this, isn't there? And some people just got a different color blob in their irises. So blue eyes. What color are your eyes? Well, do yourself a little interesting thing, guys. Is if you can take a photograph close up of your eye, and you're going to be surprised at what you see, what comes back. Eyes are incredible, and we've all got them, and they're beautiful. We've all got beautiful eyes. So yeah, crying. What's that all about? Fucking hell. There's enough of that. I think that we should get rid of. I think we should. Does it feel good to have? I feel better after a good cry. It's a type of resetting, isn't it? Really, it's it's a type of interface, if you like, which it all is. It's what we're doing. We're interfacing with reality, and that's what the eyes are doing in the perception. It's rendering it, just like this. So the all-seeing eye, AI. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Here's the Gorgon. If you stare into her eyes, do you know what happens? No, you don't feel horny. You turn to stone, apparently. You can only look at her through a reflection, because one glimpse. What that will tell you there is people who suck, you can nickname them Gorgons. You can nickname them Medusa people that suck, which there are many of. And it's like, don't look them in the eyes. Yeah, they're just going to suck your energy out of you anyway. And how many people have you seen have just got fucking dead eyes? There's nobody at home, just big black holes, like some of these scientists who we see. They're just like Richard Dawkins. There's one that springs to mind. His eyes are just like dead. There's like nobody at home, soulless. Yeah, other people, they got the sparkle of life, and they can see that they're living. So they know all about it. The elites, these are going all over the world at the moment. They just completed the UK tour, and everyone loving on them. There's Jimmy and Liam, all buddies together in the rock industry. Shush, shush. Let's say about nothing what goes on behind closed doors. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So they're all in on it, aren't they? And they all know about the eye, the one-eye symbolism, the Luciferian symbolism, which I think is more to it than meets the eye. See what I did there? So that's what they're doing. I get trouble because of my eyesight. Without my glasses, I get trouble rendering anything. I get trouble. My whole world becomes a big fat blur, is what happens. It's beautiful. So some eyes will be so striking that they just knock you to the floor. You just see some eyes and they're like, whoa, look at them mince pies. Mince pies? Eyes, that's right. It's good game. Turn on your mind, relax and float downstream. Here's John Lennon, renowned grifter from the 1960s. Killed the Beatles. I'm never going to forgive it. Or Yoko Ono. So I had a terrible nightmare once. I watched a horror film and there was all eyeballs on a plate, and then I woke up screaming with eyeball dreams. But I'm over it now. This is me, literally getting over my eyeball trauma. So there's Fall, obviously the second poll. It's really amazing. They must give them a download on, I don't think you actually need. I think they can download all of your consciousness now onto some sort of thumb drive and then upload it into a new avatar. I think that this is on the brink of what they're going to be doing. And if that's the case, if you've got a bit of the old Spondulax, you could probably live forever. Just keep downloading new bodies, which is probably what's going on. It's probably been going on all along anyway. They call them clones, don't they? So, yeah, the old one-eye symbolism. And don't say anything about what goes on. I'm sure it's all right, though. No. So yeah, the Egyptians, they got a thing about the eyes. As you know, the eye of Horus is the all-seeing eye. The Masonic eye as well is the big part of what they talk about. So now next time, okay guys, excuse me, next time you look into someone's eyes, okay, which will probably be like later, you're not just seeing them. You're getting a download. You're getting a frequency download and you're reading it. That's what's happened. We're reading the frequency. We're reading the download. And we're getting a whole load of information out of it as well. And we're syncing. Okay, we're syncing and we're resetting the frame rate as we look. If you see phones in the modern day, the street signs will flicker. And apparently a pigeon can't watch a motion picture because the flicker rate is not what a pigeon can see, and a pigeon won't even be able to see a screen. So the flicker rates are different. And as we blink, it refreshes the flicker rate. It refreshes it all. And as you blink slower and breathe slower as well, and get rid of the stress and that a lot of us feel in the background all the time, I'm getting rid of. I don't even, until relatively recently, I don't even think that I have ever relaxed truly in my life. Not really. I was always in like fight or flight mode, like waiting for the next fucking thing, because that's what it's been like all my life. And now I've reached an age now where I'm just in an age now that I'm just thinking, fuck it. I made it this far. What was I even worried about? If I can go with it. Okay, let's have a few of you shout and come back to chat, and we're going to do the next bit of this post. The next bit of this post, we're going to be looking at robots in the past, and giant robots as well. Let's just have a look at this. We're going to go through, keep it in the frame. So yeah, there's loads of evidence in the past that there was robotics going on in the past. To what extent is hard to even say, but I think they had robot armies, and I think here is the one out of Jason and the Argonauts. Basically, I think it's Taulos. Anyway, there's a thing on his ankle, and you can undo it, and all the gas leaks out of him, and then he basically topples over. He pissed off Hercules when Hercules nicked some of his stash, which was wrong of him. Why is he nicking shit anyway? So yeah, you could always design yourself a robot. Now, when you get older, losing your hair many years from now, will you be buying yourself a fembot? I'm just saying. I won't be. I won't be buying a fembot. So yeah, what about knights in armor? Could it be possible that they were actually just robots? And that's what was going on. I think that is definitely a definite. What's the end? Good to see you, my friend. Steam-powered man. I'm sure you've seen captions of this throughout the Tatarian investigation. He walked across America. This is a Cyberman. I have a Cyberman hat over there, a real one as well. The lights up and stuff, although I can't get it to work. They're chain smokers, but they know the smoke resets the sim. There you go. Just reset there. So that's what we need as well. Electric scrubbing. Yeah, people to do, or machines to do our floors. Well, they got them, haven't they? They knew about that in the past. They got these hoovers that are putting cleaners out of business. They're going around and they're grumpy. Have you noticed? They bump into you and they go, ugh. It's like, did you just go, ugh, to me? Robots are just bitey. So automatons of like 18th century, 17th century, some of these are absolutely fantastic. This one could actually do a creative building. You could draw a building. How they set it, I don't even know. Clockwork, I guess. Just craziness. I'm not really sure what's going on with this Arab. All I can tell you is he's got an automated computer chess game. How did he preset the chess moves when there's infinite possibilities, like millions, in a game of chess? It's actually beyond me. But this Arab dude is pulling it off. I know. What we don't know about reality, check this automaton out. This one has got a quill in his hand. Complicated sort of, I'm guessing, musical box, clock type of features, but I tell you what, they probably removed some stuff. Oh yeah, I bet these things are infinitely more complicated. You may have seen this in the past. Some guy with a human face. It's not AI. I've seen this like at least 10 years ago, but it could be because it's all AI anyway, isn't it? But you know what I'm saying. But he invented a very lifelike clockwork manage. There he is there. It's very lifelike. Fake beard. The beard got a lot to be desired. Marticus Invictus says Viking. So yeah, there's this subject of the eyes. I was thinking about it. Like I'm going to go through the other senses as well, but I definitely think that is what's going on. And you know, I get excited when I think about what we could do with this newfound knowledge. You know, this fucking resonating with me, guys. I'm like, yeah, fucking yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what they want in the future. They want automated people. Half robot, half man, longevity, life forever. So if you had like a lot of people got like negative output, they haven't got basically positive mental attitude. So then in a world of so would they want to live forever in that avatar? Well, probably not. But if you were sorted, beach life, whatever you're into, yeah, and you could just live healthy, young, and fit and doing shit for like, I don't know, 50 cycles, would you do it in this realm? At the mercy of nature, which is basically also technology. We've all seen how weather is produced. You've seen the Truman Show, haven't you? Well, there you go. So let's look at some. Oh, thank you, Otto. We love you, Otto. We do. We love you, Otto. We do. Okay, we're going to look at some very strange images that I've downloaded quite a while ago, actually. They're out of an old book from the Middle Ages, but they show the Bible, if you like, in a really trippy nature. So everything's set in the Middle Ages. There's a lot of magic going on and a lot of trippy sort of things going on. We're going to look through what is the Bible, the weirdest you've ever seen it. So let's have a look at the interpretation of reality that they give us. There's a lady with her legs open. There's a G, the old Masonic G for the Bee Gees. As you know, this will clearly tell you how lucky you are. You weren't born an ugly Bee Gee. Okay. And you have to deal with Barry Gibb all day. As you know. So, yeah, they're always in the all together as well, aren't they? The Phoenicians never got a stitch on, but to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff they talk about, love and fortitude and the principles, doesn't sound all that bad, to be honest with you. So let's have a look. Right, one thing you got to notice, right, is it's all in old Latin, but the world of the Bible is all in the Middle Ages, including the trippy Romans. And the people are in these unbelievable clothes. I don't know if that's a dude or a woman or whatever, but she's coming in and saying, hello, you look fucked. It's the last thing you want to hear when you're fucked is you look fucked. It's like, yeah, I know. So I think you're going to die probably today. So, thanks. It's like, nah, I'm only joking. Probably be tomorrow. So it's all bollocks, guys. As is death. That's one, old medieval thing playing out in their religion. Fucking love that one, don't they? Oh, yeah. Let's bury him. Let's fucking put him 6 foot under. Let's get him fucking dead as quick as we can fucking get him in the ground. Work him. Retire him off late, and then we'll fucking make some money on that as well. Well, I think that gig is up soon. I really do. Because that is not favourable with anyone in reality. I think we could just be done with that. So here we go. They like marriage. There's another thing as well. Fucking hell, marriage. That is so against the grain of what human beings are. Notice that all of these stories are in 2 pillars. Nonsense, Martin. I've never been so happy with my family. We all love one another very, very much. They're not controlling at all. I've had complete autonomy and sovereignty in my whole life with it all. Like, yeah, of course you have. not. So yeah, the Adam comes into port. Look, he's got a nice little boat, and he's like, see the boat? Yeah, he's like, I got some wicked stuff. Do you want to try it? And look at their funny hats. Guess what he's got on his boat? £40 black hash. Might be. Don't know. Right. Everyone's flying around in the past. Let's have a look. Oh, nature. See, I don't think we were chowing down on animals, and they were not pissed off with us as a result. So, like, we lived alongside them. Unicorns and all of it lived. So there he is. He's holding up the sun and the moon. God. Behind a chem cloud, hiding up in the stars. Right, let's see what's happening over there. What's happening over there? There's a couple. Oh, right. Adam and Eve. She's being born out of Adam's rib. So I think about that. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Unless it's DNA splicing. Oh, probably, definitely. But I think Adam and Eve is magnetism. I've posted about Omega and Omega and Alpha and Omega in the past. And I think that is what Adam and Eve are. Adam, atom. Eve, Eve's magnetics. So what we got? A load of dead priests and stuff. Oh, the Ark of the Covenant is buzzing with radiation. Look, they're just dropping like fucking flies. All that radiation sickness. Blech. You know, terrible. I puked up a baby. You puked up a baby? Oh no, I puked up on a baby. So that could happen. And I didn't put a Scottish accent on, thinking like that all Scottish people are alcoholics. Welsh people are on par with alcoholism. Catching up with you. I'll have a pint of heavy, please. Fucking hell. So yeah, there you light. Light is love. Light is truth. So we got the lion and the lamb. Nah, I'm only joking. So what is this body of something with anomalous lands crushing the skeletons, I wonder? Ooh, Martin. Oh, martyrs. Let's have a look. So the martyrs, yeah, that's fucking stupid, isn't it? Oh, what did you do? Oh, I martyred myself. What for? Because I thought that I would have eternal luxury in a heavenly place. All right, then. This heavenly place. Have they got weed? What do you mean? What, have they got women? What? They got kebabs. What? I don't think so. Fucking sounds crap, mate. Well, I'm not saying heaven's got kebabs, but I bet you they does a bloody good kebab, guys. Just saying if any of it was true, which is not. Anyway, so there he is, a skeleton. We're supposed to look like that in our avatars. Do you reckon you look like that? So basically, when you're dancing, okay, that's what's dancing. You're a dancing skeleton, apparently. So yeah, spinal fluid, Dallas Fowler. So I watched a film recently called The Substance. Brilliant film, Demi Moore. She's absolutely fabulous. She got a boy's bum though. And this is substance that you can basically live forever, but you spit out a new, younger, better version of yourself. And well, as you can imagine, it all went to shit in an handbag. When you play God, that stuff's going to happen. Look how beautiful they had their stuff. Why is she holding her boobies? Oh, I know what's going on. This is Gabriel, who's enunciating Mary. That's what they call it in the past. Lovely story. So let's have a look at some of the antiquity. Obviously, the older stuff is blitzed beyond, you know, the ruined stuff from the old world. And there's something else I was thinking about as well. Oh, look, groovy armor. Is this the classical world or the biblical world, guys, must have existed, I don't know, thousands of years. The Romans, you know, going back as far as the Old Testament, the Bronze Age. Yeah, we're talking like thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years. So that the classical era until it fell, which is in my book, in recent years. was apparently thousands and thousands of years of horse and chariots, classical living, and toga parties, and all of that stuff. Okay, so that must have been going for thousands of years. That means there must have been trillions of people that lived. I wonder where their bones are. I wonder where all of the dead are from all of the civilizations that ever exist before us. They seem to be missing. So maybe it's the case that this place is just a sim and none of it even happened. Because we're not here. Check this out. So yeah, I think it's time humanity linked its mind, linked all of its breath to a new perception of reality 3.0. And the others, well, they fucking blew it 5 years ago, didn't they? And listen to me, there's universal laws here that can't be broken, and they pissed all over theirs. That's just tough shit on them. That's not about us. We knew. And we stood in our own power. And we're like, fuck that for a game of soldiers. I'm going to go for a walk. I'll get on a plane and go on a boat. Do whatever I want to do. So, yeah, mort, death. That's what they drive us with. And then birthdays. Oh, she's looking at age now, isn't she? Oh, yeah, fucking hell. There's Jesus. So I kind of dig Jesus, the philosophy of, love thy neighbor. Although in my case, that's not really possible. Not that way anyway. Yeah, love thy neighbor. Turn the other cheek. That's about you, dude. I ain't engaging my energy and just fuck off unless they try to hurt you in any way. And then you just calmly, like Bruce Lee, fuck them up. Just like that. And the universe would allow that, and you would have the strength of 1,000, just like this. Yeah. Just like John Wick on acid. Yeah. Come on. Although John Wick's on the dark side, as we know, we've seen him selling his soul. So do you think there's any reality to that? Selling your soul? How do you know your soul was even yours to begin with? And the fact that you signed up to come into this game in the first place. I only think there's a few players. I do. I think there's only a few players in the game, and you choose your role. So, okay. At this point in the game, there's a UFO just landed. I doubt I was even born. Memory downloads. There's another UFO over there behind that block. He's pointing at it over there. It's another one of those UFOs landed with then queer people on it. And I don't mean gay. I mean queer is an actual old English word for a little bit strange. So this is obviously Jonah. He's been in the whale, which is basically a submarine. It's got ribs on it. And plus the acid of the digestive system would have probably eaten him. So is the nature of molecular acid. So there's that. So here's Solomon the wise. He's a bit of a shit, isn't he? No, he's a wise man. He's like, I tell you what, that baby you keep banging fucking on about, cut it in half, have half each. No, don't do that. I love it. It's my baby. Nah. I tell you what, just cut it in half anyway. No, he never did that. The real mother came along and showed her true love. He's seen her tears, and he's like, in his infinite wisdom, because he's Solomon the wise. So that's another thing. Wrestling. If you're a real man, wrestle me naked. And these giants, he's going to put his hand on the top. So all of that bloodlust is making him horny. Okay, something going on with that as well. Frequency. It's all about what you see, what you put your eyes on. You see some of these horror films, or like, most, if not 8 out of 10 Hollywood films about shooting shit, aren't they? There's gun films, isn't it? People shooting one another. And all of that, seeing all of that going into your consciousness. And I'm sure they're whacking them with subliminals. I watched, fucking hell, it was terrible on YouTube. Only yesterday, a bit of Jackie Chan, Rush Hour 5. Jesus, it was super duper bad. But about like an hour in, there was a subliminal. I'm sure it was a dick or something. Anyway, I didn't like what I was seeing. So there's Jonah, back out from the whale. I hope he had something to eat in there. Look at these cities in the biblical era. And even if this book's like from the 1500s, what are they thinking about? The pictures of these cities are amazing. So yeah, these are obviously engravings. And there's always this third, this perspective of like a photograph, like looking in, and never any other way, like a photo frame. Do you know what I'm saying? Like somebody standing up here, and they're all like it. Maybe just so it's nature picture drawing, but I got different perspectives. What about from above? What about in there? Why does it always have to be like that? From a bird's eye perspective, from an upper vantage point. Really strange how the mind can even perceive to do that. Anyway, they all do it, and they're all in these like photo frames. So yeah, the biblical days. Wow, what a bloody performance all of that was. There's a lot of, to me, kings. It's King of Kings. Kings, we don't need kings. Actually, I don't think we need gods, because we're the gods. We're little gods learning to be bigger ones. That's what we're doing. And it's not only us, there's lots of people all over the world. Look at them in the temple worshipping some weird deity. I've seen that deity before. The horned one. So yeah, there's Paul. What happens is a lot of torture, a lot of misery, and a lot of killing. It's like a really, really gnarly horror film. Look what they did to Jesus. Oh my God almighty. I'm sure this is Bappo. John the Baptist, Bappo to his friends. What's this? Oh, it's in English. He comes to Rome and lets forth God's prey, but cruel Nero soon cuts off his day. So Nero did this. Okay, Nero, eh? The one who went on the fiddle as Rome burned. Bit of a psycho, so they say, but ain't they all? Can't be any worse than the politicians of today. So they were eating back in the classical era, and they were eating in the 1800s. Chickens. Ooh, I bet they were nice. No added water. Can't even remember the last time I had some good chicken. That's in the Pablo. Okay, let's have a look at this vision of the old world. Oh, that column's seen better days. In fact, all of these buildings are a bit of a ruin. The rest is on fire. Okay. So, yeah, the Bible's well trippy. It gets people by the boo-boo, don't it? Just look at this. The purplers, the kings in purple. Wow, look at that. Who's this one? Nebo to his friends. Nebuchadnezzar, king, second builder of the Tower of Babel. There he is, old Nebi in the film. Matrix, the ship Nebuchadnezzar, as you know. So he gets the red coat, the old Kaiser, the Tsar, the Caesar, Tsar of the sea. He sees. He knows what reality is, and they can encode it. And the king, Nebuchadnezzar, has got a bit of a happy hat on. He's all in the plush purple. We have a jester, a couple of jesters, entertaining them. Simple folk. Apparently muse kings. If you get them just like dwarfs kicking themselves in the face, which I admit is infinitely fucking funny. Dwarfs kicking themselves in the face is brilliant. But like, it's a bit stupid entertainment, isn't it, really? Belly dancers, on the other hand, that's not stupid entertainment. Anyway, I've got a clue if I'm here. What's up, Russ Real? Good to see you, man. So I'm coming to give you all a big warm welcome and touch in a minute. I'm going to got a lot of images to go on Flaterday. He's brown bread, or as we say in Britain, he's a Danny Dyer. He's a Danny Dyer. Okay. Fucking Dyers. They're everywhere, aren't they? Oh, I'm having an operation. I don't fucking care. Oh, you pig. Well, it's just not that. It's just I don't know you. Fucking you do, you boo. They will. They'll download. Dead dog you. They'll fucking dead dog you. They will. They'll go, oh, my husband's died. It's like, yeah, fucking hell, my wife died. I don't fucking want to come up to you and fucking tell you that. That's why, you weirdo. Oh, so there's a pool in the middle with a naked woman in there. And they're all sitting around watching her. But it's all in a portal, isn't it? So I think what's going on here is Jesus is bringing Lazarus back to life. He's like, there's a big narrative behind that. Have you seen? Have you heard the narrative? Look into Lazarus. What goes on there? Okay, no, I can't recant it right now because it's a bit deep and complex. But I'm sure it was really interesting. Anyway, so yeah, they rise him from the dead. So that's basically he was plugged into the Matrix. He was watching TV every day. Jesus came along, smashed his television, yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? What was that? What was that? Oh, hey everybody! Wow, maybe we should talk." People are going to be just sick and tired of the internet. The internet's rubbish anyway. So I'm going to share. Anyway, we're going to look at some pictures, and then I'm going to come back. This is a monastery of Bilauha in Portugal. I pronounced that completely wrong. Isn't monastery an interesting word? So it's monetary, or moon-astery, or monetary. But, you know, Benedictine monks were one of the richest organizations in the world at their time, and the Catholics. So yeah, it's a really old cathedral. Let's have a little look. It's got some amazing antiquitech. Phoenix, Errant, good to see you, my man. Childo, yeah, man, we're just 420, taking it easy, brothers and sisters together. In the realm, hanging out, being cool, groovy people. Not, wah. Wow, it's beauty, isn't it? So, yeah, monastery, some monks. So I'm guessing, you know, I was always under the belief system that monasteries was a gay thing, but I don't know. But yeah, so there's a lot of men. They all go off to the top of a mountain like Monte Cassino together. They live alone because they don't need anything in reality. They're not watching the internet. Not that it existed back then. It was a different sort of internet. This was the technology for the internet. This is what they were using. These buildings, they hold memory. Memory of what went on before. Are they fasces? The fluting is just like small fasces, look. Loads and loads of fasces. I wonder what they are. They're not holding up anything. Chimneys? I don't know. What a curious feature. What would you say they are? Thank you, Errant. He sent me a 50 Martin Leaker gifts membership. Woohoo! Gift membership. Give me, baby. Give me all night long. Give me, baby. I know. Oh, look, there's a door and it's been blocked up. I wonder where it goes. But this stuff's covered in shit. I wonder what it is that covers them. Is it like the coal fires of the day? When I was a kid, and it was middle of winter, you couldn't even breathe going to school with the coal fires. It was wonderful. Half gassed, high as fuck getting into school. It was glorious. Bring it back. Hardly any cars on the road when I was a kid. They weren't busy at all. I had about 2 cars in my street when I was little in the early 70s. And they were like, you posh bastards. Look at this beauty. Look at the rose windows. What a technology. What a world that went before us. And the all-important knobbly bits. Who doesn't like knobbly bits? Where would the world be without knobbly bits? Cloisters, they're important. What these are for is you walk like a monk. So your hands in your habits, because they got nasty habits, monks. What they do is they're fake hands, and really they're playing with themselves. That might not be true. They might have fake arms though. So I've spoken to a few monks. Got chased by Krishna monks once in Glastonbury. They can move, especially in flip-flops, but they won't catch me. Won't catch me for a bumblebee. Of course, I'm quick. Bruce Lee quick. They seek him here, they seek him there. Just like Scarlet Pimpernel. It's a funny name, isn't it? Pimpernel. Are you the Scarlet Pimpernel? No. You look like him. How do you know what he looks like? Look at this for a door. And I bet you the humans are tiny. What's going on in there? It looks like a movie set. It's all like wood and stuff. That's what it is. That's what we're looking at. It's a fucking Truman Show. I wonder what happened to the statues. We don't like them anymore. We're taking them down. Oh, look at that. How trippy. So that's what it looks like where God lives. In that trippy realm. Where the people who wrote the program or whatever they are wrote the programs for this thing, which is infinitely trippy. And I definitely think The Sim has an amazing sense of humor. Oh my God. It's just comedy of errors. It really is. It's like Spies Like Us movie. Everyone bumping into one another. It's fucking ridiculous. But comical. I absolutely love it. I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Is the truth of thing, truth of community, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they have a little fucking argue with one another occasionally, but at the end of the day, they're like, "Fucking loves you, brother. Don't believe fucking what you believe though." So I don't believe anything. I think there's actually nothing here. So there's that. It's like a pineal gland. So there's another eye, isn't it? Let's talk about that eye. I know it's beautiful. Water the tree. The pineal gland, the third eye. Ever had that crash open at a very inconvenient time, like walking down the road when everyone's around? No, that's what happened to me. So, fuck. Can't see anything then because you're doing something else. But yeah, that looks like the third eye as well there. The pineal gland, the Vatican, and all of the religious people definitely know about the pineal gland, the third eye, which is only in there, and it does absorb light, photonic, what they call energy, light, which is information, which is data, because it's all data, because it's all information, because it would be, because it's sim. So there you go. So yeah, so the pineal gland does something completely different. They say, you know, there's the negative of that they put fluoride in the water to calcify the pineal gland. But I live in a city that's got like fluoride-free water, so I don't think so. But if you think it will, it will. So there's that. See me, I'm at the camp now, is where like I'm thinking like that all of that shit, like what they say, won't hurt me. It's like 5G, isn't that really dangerous? It's like, well, the birds don't fucking seem to think so when they're shitting all over them, do they? So I won't live in a world of fear. Yeah. So, and I'll think to myself, well, it might be bad for everybody else, but it ain't fucking bad for me. And that's the way I'm going to think about everything in this realm. I really am, guys. And why wouldn't I? And if I'm wrong, won't even fucking matter. But I would have enjoyed my life and not been in like Worriesville, which I'm not in anymore. Ooh, palm trees. Saturday night beneath the plastic palm trees, dancing to the river mother. Guns of Navarro. Anyone remember that one? Quantum tunneling, James Carney. I had quantum discussion, quantum mechanics discussion with my son only earlier. We were talking about, you know, quantum entanglement. Okay, you know, let's just think that there's other yous in other dimensions, and they're all doing differently. You've got one you that's living in Skid Row, and another you's living in a beach house paradise in Malibu. There's all different yous. There's the author you, the magician, musician, and everything in between. The pastor you, and they're all out there. The different. So these are the yous. I think that it is possible, because they all exist in the now, that you can borrow energy, even data, from the other yous. And it is a process called a dwaddle. I've been practiced it for years. It was Bert Goldberg's theory or idea of being able to hack, if you like, other doppelganger yous and take their talents or lend some of their talents, for example, that are all you anyway, but split out over the different timelines, which converge at some places. What did that tell me? that tells me that there was a schism, an event, a reset of the whole thing, the whole world. Which happens. Do people notice? I doubt it very fucking much. They'd like to tell you that everyone's running scared, but I don't think that happens at all. I don't think this reality is wired like that. I think it's the most loving thing you can imagine. Look how beautiful that is. Imagine what that would do to your consciousness and that living water, just walking in there, partaking of that water, a warm breeze blowing through. I know. I actually know, guys. I do know. But let's not dwell on that. We got now. It's 419 of you turned up Thursday night. Absolutely spectacular. Good to see you all. Pamela Swan woohooing us in the house. Good to see you. Lovely lady. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Sean, new Google AI can do most anything, but it can't replace human beings, or it's got no sense of humor, and it's a bit stupid as well, because it keeps doing dozy things. So there's that. James Carney, James Latimer. Wow. It's like the invasion of the Jameses. Come on, let's get some more Martins in the house. Hermit Trump, good to see you. US Trucker listening in. US Truckers, we love you. I used to talk to you all on a CB. 1414 for a copy. 14 for a copy. I'm not a bucket mouth. Big 10-4. Let's have a big 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. Let's have a 420. Today's my Saturday. Yes, it is, Jay. We're having a Saturday today. Nixon. My shungite water is alive and structured. Oh, very nice. Shungite is where it's at. It's what you think it is. I have things that I think are nice because I think they are. So they are. So there's that. Knock yourself out, baby. Millsman, representing the island of the West. Oh, let's get back to that, my friend. Island off the west coast of Ireland. Are you from High Brazil? Wow. Full of bunny rabbits. Awesome. I don't actually look at anything to do with the world affairs, so there's no point asking me about anything, really. I'm not interested in anything, really. CB was awesome. I used to talk to I've always been interested in communications, radios, to build radios and stuff. But the CBs, man, they really got me. You know, I was like a 14-year-old kid talking to truck drivers in America, which was, you know, now talk to Americans all the time, but I mean back then it was super duper exciting. I think I even got someone in Alaska once, but I did have a 16-foot dipole on a scaffold pole up in my window, so there was that. It was massive. My massive area. So what we got going on in the house? Sorry about that. Ahead of myself. Grateful you're here too. I'm grateful that all of us are living and we made it this far. Ooh, you like my Animita cup? They were. It's like my crazy eyes. These are brilliant, these. I don't think they're going to work, but they hop around. They're cute as fuck. They're crazy eyes. Yeah, they jump. They're like little minion eyes. Who wouldn't like a load of minion? A load of little minion friends. I would. I love minions. They're the best. Eyeball, good buddy. Exactly. Eyeball, good buddy. Eyeball. And then we'd all get out. I went to an eyeball in Blackpool once in about 1979. All the CBers met on the end of the Golden Mile. They were all having a smoke and listening to music, like the things they used to do in the olden days. Remember when people used to all gather together, sit on the grass, somebody'd have a radio, and then we'd all have like a good time. People don't really do that shit anymore because they've all got headphones on and they got on their devices, aren't they? You can't get their fucking attention for 2 minutes. Can't drag them away, can you? And then there's the influencers. God help us all. Anyway, it's not about me, so why am I even caring? Frequency. So yeah, It's all in the eyes, isn't it? You can see a liar in the eyes. And do you know what? The eyes, they go smaller when you're stressed. The pupils go smaller when you're stressed out or you're anxious or depressed even. And when you're full of light and you're flow state, bing, big sparkly mince pies. That's what you want. Oh, Cheryl, front row seat. What's she saying? What's she saying? Aye, aye, oi, oi. Aye, aye, shipmates. I'm your captain of the ship, the good ship, Flat Earth British Marticus. Farticus. I keep making a snorting noise every time I laugh. I hope that's not going to evolve. David Middleton, love your sister. Closed caption, please. I don't know what that is, but I will try and do it later without fucking everything up. All sounds very complicated. But you did say please, which I'm always very respectful of. I love good manners. Good manners cost nothing, sir. So there is that. And Nixon. Okay. Smoky stuff. I'm still in the mainland somewhere. Oh, good Phoenix-age. Phoenix, Arizona. We love Arizona. Okay, then. Front row seat being linked up. They find a link in the descriptions box below, and email if you want to be instinct edited. I know it sounds weird, but I tell you what, it's very popular. Love you all as well, David. Thank you for bringing the love and the vibration. It's not the one that I wanted. Okay, so back into some juice. We're going to look at some antiquity, somewhere I've never looked at before. If Evaldus is in the chat, you're going to like these. This is Newcastle upon Tyne, which is a city in the north of England. Now, it did get destroyed, I found, that and Gateshead, in the 1800s. I have never been to Newcastle. It's way too far for me. It's way too northern and cold. I was just stopped in my tracks because it looked like everything was destroyed in the background. Let's have a look at this. So I don't know what this weir thing is. Well, it's just a weir. But everything really does look like old world ruins in the background. You can see straight through there. And this. But like I said, they did have a major fire in late 1800s in Newcastle. So it was a big bustling city. And they had some beautiful stuff. Check this out for quality. I love green. I bet you these tiles were like a green color. Have you ever seen that green color, like British racing green? I love that green. My imaginary racing car's that color. Oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, they had some good shit in the past, didn't they, guys? It's not like it now. It doesn't matter. I think it's all to make us learn anyway, not to let your dog shit on the pavement. That's one. That's a biggie. What we need is there's plenty of people out of work. It's dog shit picker-uppers. Just get them out with the shovel. Let's pick all the fucking dog shit up. On earth. And scrubbing brushes and scrub all that bleeding urban graffiti that makes the place look like a slum. And then we'll have all of this loveliness back. So they got a big Nelson's column thing going on, which would have been a perfect balloon landing platform. And I'm guessing a staircase going all the way through it to a door, which they usually are. Hi, Flat Earth Zoomer, Marcia. They don't make stuff like this anymore because they can't make stuff like this anymore. Because these were built by, people of a higher state of consciousness, divine principles. They put like 369 into architecture and Phi and Pi and all of these divine principles, which they do not do anymore. I'm sure some Chinese buildings got feng shui them or something. Another thing they got rid of as well is these beautiful lampposts with all this beautiful wrought iron decoration. So got the motor car. So look at them kids, no shoes on their bleeding feet. So yeah, they do coal mining in that part of the world. They do steel in places like Durham and Corset, them places. But up north, they like football and Newcastle brown ale. They do pretty good in wars as well. There's the The unveiling statue of Queen Victoria, just to remind you that she was queen. Oh, yeah, they got this. It's not the Forth Bridge in Scotland. It's the bridge across the Tyne. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. So I'm sure they're all very friendly up there. Like I said, I've never been to Newcastle. I did watch Biker Grove, and I'm well aware of Ant and Deck, so I know about cultural things. Ooh, that's a modern building. But big old buildings there as well. So yeah, there's lots of fire. There's lots of remnants of old building, the old world in most British cities. They haven't all eradicated it all. Cardiff, where I live, is loads of old world. Just loads still. Ooh, plunge bath. That's what we haven't got in Britain. It's hot spas. I looked it up to go to one, and there ain't any. I tell you what, hot spa makes you feel triple fantastic. All them minerals and that juicy heat. Your bad back and all your fucking aches and pains disappear. Oh, that's what I love. The golden age of steam. Choo choo. In it, guys. Back to the golden age of steam. Yeah. It needs to, listen, it'll help with climate change. It'll pan out somewhere in the middle. Look at that. I wonder if that's still there. Anybody from Newcastle? Woy. The Geordies. Yeah, friendly, I know that. I'm just laying the ground foundation for when I turn up in Newcastle. Say, you said you didn't sound like too happy. It's like, fuck off. I watched the Angelic Upstarts, bro, back in the day. It's like, you know the Angelic Upstarts? Fuck yeah. And they were from Newcastle. It's the only band like, oh, Mark Knopfler. You know Dire Straits? Money for nothing and your chicks for free. He's from Newcastle. He was fantastic talent, wasn't he, Mark Knopfler? He's still about now, you know. Old, grey and fuck like everybody. Not as bad as Adam Sandler, though, but pretty fucking bad. Foof. They're all like, have you seen how people are friends? Except for Phoebe, she pans out all right. The rest, they turn back into blokes. And the men turn back into women. That's what happens time after time. Ooh, a ship run aground. And at night we can sneak on it and nick all his cargo. They don't do that, I'm sure. Stevenson's Memorial, Newcastle. Stevenson's, like Stevenson's rocket, as in the guy who invented the choo-choo train. So yeah, there's me laying the foundations down for Newcastle if I ever get there. Here's another city I've been to a couple of times. Got in terrible trouble here. Well, I would have if I'd have been caught. That's a joke. In Hamburg, when I was young on the Raper ban, that was an eye-opener for me, actually, guys, seeing all that going on. Thinking of the Beatles in the top 10 club. Hamburg was fan-fucking-tastic. I'd love to go back. No Ganges League, it'll be brilliant. All of this got utterly destroyed by the bloody British in the war again, isn't it? Let's just fuck up all their groovy shit. Never mind the people. Let's just blow up all their buildings. Let's have a little look. So, yeah, I've had a few adventures. A few I couldn't recant, but one of them, we got an anchor caught on the bottom of the dock. And this guy got really annoyed with me over my headphones and my Jimi Hendrix. He's like, because I wasn't paying full attention to their telling me what to do. Because telling me what to do is like really not good. It doesn't go down well, ever. Because I'm a sovereign being. I captain my own ship. I know best anyway, but when you're on somebody else's ship and there's another captain, obviously in regards of safety, I adhere to some of these things, but I won't take orders. If I can order me. Wow, look how fantastic Hamburg was. It's like Amsterdam and not all them antiquitech devices. Yeah, so yeah, they got splattered. Probably one of the worst fires in World War II was all of these buildings. I've been in there. There's a ferry goes from here. Oh, there's the ferry. Yeah, I've been in there. Little tick a move. Yeah, so there was like crazy fucking times there. They were all very drunk. And it was like, I'm guessing, what, 30 years, 35 years after World War II. So they built it all back by then. But when I was little, there were still remnants of World War II. There were still loads of blown up buildings down the bay from the Blitz you could fuck around in. Oh. So, yeah, they got an amazing culture, the Germans. Fucking hell. Everything's spotless. They clean all the streets at night. You come out, it smells of disinfectant. Can't do that in Britain. They're very Dutch-like, aren't they? Where's Deutsch, Dutch? They're all the same, aren't they? The Huns. They're not the Huns, though. The Huns are from... Why do they call the Germans the Huns when the Huns were from, apparently, further east? I don't know. Wow, look at them. They're all made of wood. No wonder they burnt. All you needed was a load of incendiaries, which is basically what the RAF Bomber Command did. I think it's all very unnecessary. War, I mean. Plenty ridiculous. But again, I don't think any of it happened. It's all just narratives, isn't it? To fill in the gaps of what, like, construct, like the, you know, there was this past that once happened, which obviously wasn't, because there's only ever nows. Their nows exist right now, but 100 plus years ago, which is even trippier when you think about it. Caught in a moment, they are, aren't they? He's giving you the finger. He's giving you the finger. No, he's smoking a pipe. So, yeah, massive ports in Hamburg. Worth a lot of money. What goes in and out of this Venetian port. Look at that building. Wow. Bristling with antiquitech. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, my God, look at that. I bet none of that exists in a modern day. It does look like a cross between Amsterdam and Venice. It really does. Sorry, just nosing the comments. 400 of you watching. Thank you for being here today, guys. Warm welcome to Flat Earth British. This is Marticus Leticus, Marticus Erectus today to his friends. And, ooh. What is all of that shit all over the roads? Are they having yard sales? They're not dead bodies, are they? I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. It looks like... What the fuck are you looking at? Is it the bin? I know what it is. The bin men. The garbage collectors are on strike. It's bin bags, is it? They didn't have bin bags back then. They had rubbish. They didn't have rubbish removal either, did they? And there's all grass growing and stuff. And these are mud flood buildings. Wonder what's going on. Intrigue. Dun, 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 dun. Well, there's one person. I've got to admit, these pictures, I haven't seen hardly any people really. Got ghosts. There's only dozens around. But yeah, how beautiful to walk down that street. Wow. So the old world had really high buildings, didn't it? Especially these Tudor wood construction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, six stories high. And that is, they always go to the high ground, the elites, and live there, the people with money. Whoa, that could be anywhere, couldn't it? So there's a few people out. It's got some soldiers on the corner with shiny helmets and a nice big chunky building. Oh, look at that. Reach for the sky, baby. Right, what's going on with the streets? It's more shit all over the streets again. These might be big speakers, but I doubt it. So what are we looking at? It's like all the cases and all of the belongings of the previous occupants or something. Look at the height of that church, though, guys. Holy moly. Lemon squally, that is crazy. So, yeah, that looks like Amsterdam. No doubt about it. All the badges straight into the warehouses. It's cool stuff. I love canals. And I love all of that sort of life. Very exciting. The smells, different countries. Oh. Wow, look at them columns. Now, if you watch my recent video on what columns are, my decode, plenty of videos released in the last week or so on my channel here. Ooh, flaterdayish, Matliga. Holy moly! Look at that for a beautiful building. It's like a cake. See the two toroidals driving up that G energy. Oh my God! Look at that thing up there on the corner. You see that? Wow! Look at that. They got one on the other side. Really? Wow! Look at that. That's crazy. Look at that one as well on the vein. Wow, it's an amazing building. Well, let's hope it survived World War II. It's big and stone. I bet it did. Swans. We love swans. All the swans in Britain actually belong to the Queen. Chief stated that she owns them. Today is Flatter But look at Flatter pics now, guys. Stuff to amuse us and make us think in the realm of truth for community stuff. Looks like plugged in. It does look like things plug into them. Hi, Joy. Good to see you. 17, Joy. Yeah, it is big. It's a show. It's a bloody show. We're in a movie, guys. We're in a movie. Anyway, this is the Louvre, as you probably know. One of their leaders, the Frenchman, I think it was Pinochet, ordered a pyramid to be built in front of the Louvre, which is nothing like the architecture, with 666 panes of glass. And then you have this feature in the center, which is a cube within a cube, like the Tesseract, and it is what looks like a circuit board configuration in the middle, but again with the eye, the all-seeing eye as well, and the pyramid. So all of that symbolic, Horus, symbolism. So imagine the power this could have generated. Imagine what this did to the realm when it was fully functional. You know, what's their reasoning? Oh, we go there to pray. You know, what's their reasoning for building these unbelievable stupas? Nesting technology, big time. This is called Iron Brew. It's made from insects, and it is the most popular soft drink in Scotland, if you're interested. So these, we're going to talk about these. See these things? They hit you in the fucking face. They are infinitely annoying. The simulation is having a giggle. Anyone wonder how these tops shit out of nowhere? So what, one person decided to do that with every bottle in the world? Well, obviously that's the case, isn't it? Who decides we have stupid bottles? Ernest Tubbs, my hillbilly baby with big hits. Who loves their hillbilly baby? Hillbilly babies. Oh, I love the Yetians. Have you ever listened to the Yetians? Funky disco sound and the Yeti. I went to a Yeti party once. Dressed as a human. Right, let's have a look. All right, jesters, they have a good time. Now, this jester's got a massive big turkey leg, which he wants to play ping pong with. And he's got a Bloody Mary. He's pointing and saying, look at his grainies. You can see his. But that's how they make Bloody Marys in the past. And they were trying his hand. He was trying his hand at sorcery, and he's exploded a dragon's head by scanning him. That's what's really going on. That's my interpretation of that important photo, that important picture. Ambassador Quartet. He touched me. Winnie the Pooh has explosive diarrhea. Now, this affected me profoundly the moment I read this book. I love Winnie the Pooh. Pooh too. Pooh. He's a. I'm not going to say anything derogative about Brian Cox. I'm sure he's a really nice person. Science has ruled out humans having souls. Okay, there was no evidence either way. I'm sure this guy had a soul. A soul of fish. So yeah, this monk statue has gone through whatever they're called, a scanning machine, and they found that there's a dude inside made into a statue. So that's probably the case for a lot of statues. A lot of them statues of the classical world, entombed Tatarians. Sewing, because murder is wrong. Good advice, Martin. Didn't I feed them yesterday? Yeah, I know. They're always on the want, aren't they? Vintage birth control. Now, what is it? Is this true? Is that what really happened? Did the stork bring me and drop me off in a bag? I think it might be true. I can believe it if I want to believe it. Anything's true if you want to believe it. Mappages. I love mappages. This is a map of Lanzarote, one of the Canary Islands. And this is showing the Lanzarote has all of these palaces all over it. But what's interesting is not far away, really. It's got the Azores, which is mid-Atlantic, as a big island as well. It says Brazil there. And these two bodies here, not sure. This one over here is probably Tenerife. But yeah, Lanzarote and the Azores, really close by, mapped. So the Americas on the other side of the Azores, same distance again. It's halfway point. Can you get this stain out of my dress? Come again? No, this time it's salad cream. At least she's honest. Ooh, elongated skulls. What you reckon? Pre-Magnum man. What you reckon? Somebody who ate Magnum ice cream or was a private investigator in Hawaii. Never mind. So, do you think there was a different race of people who had like really big craniums and were like really intelligent that walked around this place? I do. I think they were here. Same as giants were here. Coexisting. They were coneheads. Probably people giggled at them, bullied them. Who knows though? Here's the Parthenon in Rome in the modern day. Okay, and this is it in a painting in the past, and you can see the steps going down to water and a water feature, and the whole place is being filled in since then. Apparently, must have been a lot of earth to fill all that in. I wonder how that could have happened. Just saying, yeah. Mud flood. All right, let's have a look at some math. See, look, you ever seen that? Have you looked closely at that and seen that these people move in their underpants? Loads you don't know about life. This guy's a fantastic artist. Yes, this is my new composition. It's called Viral Man. It's good, isn't it? Yes, I love the composition. I love the blending. It's very talented. He's talented, isn't he? Right. Last time. Don't matter. Forget it. Try again once more. Oh, Wonderwall, Middle Ages Oasis, I love you. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. So this is what everyone else, this is the state of everyone else at the moment in the realm. Not us, we're groovy. But everyone else is like this. What the fucking hell is it? I hate everyone here. Oh, shit. Quiet. We call an ambulance. Don't feel sorry for him. Drugs are good. Yeah. This is from the 14th century. I wonder how Jesus knows about fractals in this Middle Ages pictures. But you've seen the Mandelbrot set before it was actually released on television by Arthur C. fucking Clarke. What? Always watch them people with 3 barrel names. There's a Masonic connection right there. Oh, yes. Ooh. Tubes that suck. She works in the sucky tube chamber. That's why they only have women working in there. They'd never have men working in there in case you had a sucky accident. By accident, not on purpose, during the coffee break, that would be wrong. These are pneumatic sucking things. Now, I was infinitely interested in these. They used to have them in the department store, Alder's, Macross, when I was young. And they used to put the money in, stick it in a tube, and it go. So I fucking know. I wonder where that goes. Oh, it's up to God. So I'm guessing nothing improper happened with pneumatic sucking machines, guys. That's just my bad mind. My bad mind needs cleaning. That's why I'm doing it. Operation Cannabis. Now, did you ever have a go of Operation Cannabis? Can I remove his heart? Can I remove his funny bone? Or his stomach, or intestines, or his hand, or his legs? Ooh, his legs. Muscle relaxant. Analgesic, rheumatoid arthritis. Oh, that's a good idea. Ooh, anti-inflammatory. Oh, I need that. My fucking back's gone. Antidepressant. Oh, yeah. Fucking so that right now. Okay. Anti-seizure. Without that. Right then, I had a competition. I put these in my comments. Not that you ladies can join in with this, guys, because I don't think it's a lady subject. This is purely a male subject, but you can join in if you like. Do you prefer bum number 1 or bum number 2? Right, well, them ski pants are a definite put-off. Plus, I can see bits of her anatomy, which is totally off-putting, leaves nothing to the imagination. Now, the nice big fluffy bum, however, that's got a lot of welcoming, hasn't it? There's a lot of it as well, isn't it? I'm just saying. Let's have a look at some antiquity. So, yeah, these are from the Out of the Ark, these books, like literally. And they show the pyramids of Egypt. And they look nothing like the pyramids of now. And they've got another sphinx, which is like a chick with breasts and hair and stuff. So, another sphinx is all buried around. I wonder what they did with them. I wonder why they put them in these Kirchner books. Okay, all of these were supposed to be in there. A head sticking up out of the ground of a man. So yeah, this is what the world looked like that got destroyed. What about that pyramid? They're saying that this actually existed and it looked like that. According to this book. Again, from that bird's eye perspective, again, looking like a photograph. Again, every picture is the same. That should tell me something, that should. You know, it's always from this perspective. I've always, all of them, every single one of them. So I wonder how long AI been around then, guys. All along, isn't it? Look at this, destroyed world. And then pyramids. Wow. The Nile Falls. I don't know where they are. It's catacombs, is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, ruins, catacombs of no world. So this is giving off steam. I wonder if this is doing like, you know, getting the realm back in order. Like I said, steam or smoke. Steam. Reset the realm. I really do think that it helps. And that could be what they're doing. A new realm after all. So there you are. So in 2022, we had normal drinks. Look, nothing going on. No accidents. Now, 2025, actually. I can't even get a fucking drink because this thing is in the bastard way. So I'm going to rip it off. Have your top back. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put it back on now because it's going to go flat in it. So, what do you say? The point was there at the revolution. Okay. No, revolution's bollocks. Out with the old boss, in with the new. It's all them, isn't it? So was all them stuff. I want a whole new way of thinking without them stuff. We've been using this way of thinking for too long, and let me tell you, right? In the beginning was the word. The word was love. It was a vibration. It was a sound that started this whole thing off, and all is sound. vibration and frequency. And going on that, the powers that should not be use that in language. Unfortunately, as you know, words are things. In fact, they are spells. Spells, yes, they are. We've been casting spells using phonetics, the language of the Phoenicians, and it is being rendering a lesser version of reality that we're actually supposed to get. It's like we gain like grainy 2.0 reality when we could have 3.0 plus super K fucking 18K, which hasn't even been invented yet. That's how crystal clear our fucking experience will be. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Fucking hell, you know it. Jump aboard the Flat Earth British, good ship Flat Earth British. Subscribe today. Subscribe to my channel. Come back. Some more juicy love. Look at this clock. It's got the Earth in it. No Hyperborean. But it's got a sort of ice wall all the way around it. See that? It's more mountains and ice though. But there is a barrier all the way around because we think that's what's going on. This is in Poland, and the antiquity people have dug out what was a wooden road in the past. Not come across one of them before. Come on, eat it. It tastes shit. Eat it. So there's nothing more stubborn than a mule. Well, they're not stubborn. They're just sovereign beings, donkeys, mules, and they're not having you make them your bitch. So big respect for donkeys and mules and asses. Big respect to the asses. Jesus rode an ass. Only the one. Now, this is in a medieval document. I'm wondering how Nosferatu got his face, on a medieval document. Is this not Nosferatu? Well, who is it then? It's Yoda. Yeah, okay. Yoda. Shut the fuck up, you must. They are intelligent. Melisande. I'm wondering about this. So this is paw prints. These are Roman tiles, by the way. And there's paw prints of a cat in Roman tiles, which would suggest that these tiles were in fact soft when they were laid. These floor tiles were soft. They must have been. So I wonder what technologies and mechanism they were doing when they were laying that. Yes way, Marcel. Yes way. Flat Earth British trufages coming down thick and fast. Here's the wild woman. She roams the old forest. They chopped all the trees down, man. All of Europe was covered in trees. Britain was covered in trees. They chopped them all down. Lowered the vibration a good bit. But they had these women living in the woods. They're called wild women, and they look like that. They had big bushes. I keep snorting every time I laugh. I fucking hope that don't develop. And the old unicorn, which we were in symbiosis with. We were besties. I tell you what, though, this wild woman got terrible feet. But traipsing around in the woods all day, your toenails are going to be full of dirt, aren't they? So let's have a guess who this is. This is somebody's death mask in history. I'll give you a clue. He was British. I'll give you another clue. He was alive in the 1600s. So British 1600s. Who are we looking at? Who's this? The death mask of, guys? Come on. There's 412 brain boxes here. Come on. Do you want me to give you another clue? No. What? Can? It's a good guess, though, NA Literalist. Nope. QE2. That's a ship. King James, no, he's not King James. Although it looks like King James, except he was black. So there's that. But he could be a black man. Anyway. Viva Vendetta. Yeah. Cortez. Ooh, that is a bloody good guess. He got very Cortez-y, isn't he? No, he's British. I did mention that he was British. British. Very, very, very British. King George? No. George Bent. George Benson, Roger. Oh, I love George Benson. Elon Musk. Eric the Red, that's a good guess. Totally wrong, though. King Edward. Now, none of you are going to guess. Shakespeare's the closest, by Elisa Marr. She's the brainiest of you all. King Henry VIII. Cromwell. No, this is what I'm talking about, yo. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. So, a Yanda who is demon slayer, she fucks up demons like us. She's totally cool. She said Oliver Cromwell. And it is. It's Oliver Cromwell. Oliver's army is here to stay. Fucking. And they're going to make you pay. Lord Protector. Anyway, I don't talk about the English Civil War, but this is a building from Tudor England. Okay. And it looks as though that the fireplace is actually leaning. That is not the case. The fireplace is actually upright and it is the room that is leaning. Dun, dun, dun. It's like them weird, crooked houses you go to in the fairground. They throw you off, don't they? Oof. Don't like them. So let's have a look at some pictures of wonder. These are wonderful pictures. Come and meet my little friend. Scarface, one of the best movies ever made by humanity. Hiya, Louise Ney. Good to see you. Hiya, Luce Sapphire. Cromwell, a conspirator. I know, the fucking rotter. Solvo Mist. Yeah, we don't support any of this sort of angry attitude in armies and stuff, even in the 1600s English Civil War. It's just not, it's totally unflattered Britishy. Have you noticed? Yeah, it's definitely not our vibe. So what we got here is the Pan American, one of my favorites, exposition, which is in Buffalo. In around 1902, and it is one of the best. What I find fascinating is it looks like it's been there a long time. Look how pleasantly the people are dressed. And these columns look either they're in a black material or they look dirty as hell. But yeah, strolling along the avenue in 1901. I think it closed in 1902. Have a look at that. There's very few people visiting that day. This is the horticultural department. Yeah, it looks so horticultural. Tractors and earth and mud that building is devoted to. So they say in the official narrative, which I find incredibly difficult to believe, because some of these buildings survived, is all of these were built temporary for 8 months at a time, 12 months max, and then they were dismantled, demolished, destroyed. Something that looked like that. No, it's not registering with my old Brian. It's not registering at all. What I'm seeing is pictures of a better, older world, and they're just saying that. Because a lot of these buildings, actually, you know, a lot of them survived to the modern day, proving that they weren't built the way they say. Oh, we built some permanent, some not. That's what they would say. But yeah, imagine the world just like that. All fantastic antiquity, beautiful to look at. Maybe cut it down on the old Phoenician vanity, because that sucks. And some of their statues as well. Needs better statues. That's better. Them statues. Much more provable. I know, Hippie Shake. Tell me about it. This is the court of Cyprus. Reproduction of the Garden of Versailles. Fucking hell, that would be an effort to actually do that. Because the Garden of Versailles was fed by the unbelievable Marley machine, which was a water pump, apparently, which I've done posts on many moons ago. So I was having to think about all my last 10 years of truthing. I've lost channels and done most things and been on all shows you could imagine for donkey's years, really. Thinking what an unusual life that I have. So yeah, this is illuminated electricity 1901. So the rest of the world hasn't caught up with electricity. Electricity hasn't been rolled out to the rest of the world, apparently. Buffalo, the first electrified city in the world. I've heard Kimberley, South Africa was, but apparently officially this was. Pan-American Exposition. So I have got footage of this, but I've shown it too many times to show it again. I do not like to repeat if I can help it, which is where my hundreds of thousands of images come in super handy, because Google search is to shit, and you can't get a decent image off AI. I asked it to do you an image, it does you stupid shit. Yeah, no globes, and then it puts in a globe. No globes, and then it puts in a globe. It's like, you're doing this on purpose. I just don't want globes on my images, like full stop, because I'm flat earth British. That'd be weird. Although, I do think it's holography. In a physical sense, I think it's flat. Prove me wrong. Oh, that's right. I've been doing it 10 years. Nobody can they? Yeah, what a beautiful world. Imagine walking down there. All that pretty lights, the water, the gentle hum of the Antiquitech. That's it, the hum. The acoustics. Yeah, all right then. That's just nuts to think that all of that Antiquitech was just built for temporary measure. Why all the effort of all of that up there? All of that up there and up there and up there. Just to knock it down after a year. It's all right. No. They insulted us. And this is the cavalry, etc. Opening day, maybe, in Buffalo. Named after a very famous animal, which apparently got wiped out. I doubt it very much. But that's what they say. So thank you for being here this week. 412 of you. I'm going to be here this weekend in Bournemouth. There's a do going on. It's the Rise Above Boys Hotel Weekend. Marcus Payne, Ryan Sanders, Inspector Veg, Arkex is by a Skype call, myself, Matt Leaker, Richard Ryder, Toroidal Mechanics, Wisdom of Mushrooms. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Graham Moore, Dad's Dragon, don't know that. And allegedly Dave, our Dave Murphy, Tom Dubes. I don't know these, but it's going to be interesting to meet some new faces. And that is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday in Bournemouth at the Celebrity Hotel. Links below in the descriptions box if you're going to come and do something. There's an opportunity to do. Now, this one's a big do. This is next month. I'm doing a hangout next week with some of the participants, which I'll probably put up on this channel. A lot of good information here, and a lot of interesting people. So I don't know a lot of them, though, but Mark Devlin, who's a mate, does Musical Truth, which is awesome. I've seen this lady around Dawn Leicester. I know that Lisa lady. And Mike, who's still AM7, who does the fossilized Elephant Mountain thing, which is super interesting. So, yeah, all these people are going to be there. And that is next month, and that's a big do. That is. It's a really interesting do. So that is what we're doing in the next few weeks. Among other things, keep you posted. Keep an eye on my descriptions, my community page on my channel. You have to subscribe for that to come up, though. So make sure to do that now. Click that bell thing as well. This is a YouTube necessity. Come back to Houston. Bead math. There's nothing I love more than that beautiful city, and Texas full stop. I've got a lot of plans over here at the moment, and I'm going to be super busy for the foreseeable, actually. So there's that. So Russ Real. Oh, only gullible people believe that the World's Fairs were made of temporary buildings. Well, this is the official narrative, isn't it? This is what we do here as a alternative history channel, and I think, our take, they don't know about anything about reality. Okay, so we are as much entitled to put our theories, if you like, or ideas forward to what we think is going on as much as they are doing. Okay, and I think ours resonate more anyway. Thank you, New West Reset. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, sweet lady, if you are. The heart of the earth. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Low star state. Don't mess with Texas. So yeah, tickets below in the descriptions box. Like I said, New West Media. Reset. Why the fucking else does that come from? Bid you. Godspeed, brothers and sisters. Godspeed indeed. What does that mean? Does God sell amphetamines? If it was, it'd be really good speed, wouldn't it? Godspeed. I'm sure God doesn't condone drugs in any way, but while he makes all of them grow. It's like, you have some receptors while you're at it. That would be handy. So I thought, yeah, thanks, God. There's another thing that tells you that they wear like some sort of mechanism or bio-organic robot. It's that fact that we have receptors for these medicines that are grown in nature. How is that even possible? Just unbelievable miracle, really, if you think about it. Thank you, Gold Coast Lady. I hope you enjoyed my livey. I'll record as much as I can over the weekend, post up on my channel, shorts, etc. See if I can get a bit of footage of the goings on. That's what I'll do, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you, Hippie Shake. Doing that. And Kathy Braunton, loved you too. Eric Sims is in the house. Good to see you, Eric. New York Finger Lakes in the chat. Look at you. So, yeah, I'm going to be diving off shortly. So, yeah, make sure to like this video. Don't forget to do that if you like this video. I'm sure you do. Let me know in comments what you think about what I put forward. I think I'm definitely onto something. And from what I'm practicing, I think that is definitely the case. Oh, did he die? Oh, that's so sad. My water the tree. I move on quickly from anything to do with grief or anything like that. Because there's another thing, locking people into grief. Yeah, because when you realize there's nothing there and like there's no such thing as death, then why are we all like, I don't know, man. Let go of all that, me. Keeps you locked in to that sorrow. So does heavenly birthdays, things like that. Living it over and over your whole life and just wasting it in a place you didn't need to be. Pathetic. But we've all done it. I've done it. Thank you for Shake putting up the donation link. Martinica is exchanging energy for energy because that's all money is energy, which is needed in this realm to do anything. Please post your presentation this weekend if you can. I will, Jay. I'll try my best. I've got my 4K camera there. But I've lost my battery, spare batteries. Don't know. I move around, they get lost. Who are the builders, the blueprints? We won't find any photographs, really, of these old Tatarian buildings being built, especially in cities. And I'm not satisfied with the building of the expositions photographs. The buildings are already there. Fucking around with the whole narrative. Bugger, missed the show. Sorry about that, Skinflint, bro. But I will be back. We'll be back very soon. And there's loads more to come. All Flat Earth British, coming into 10 years as Flat Earth British. Martin Liedtke, extraordinaire. Legendary Flat Earth Truther, or so they say. Troublemaker? No, I'm not. Bit of a nutter? No, I'm not. I hope you raised your vibration. I hope you had a good time. Not that you were not in a good vibration anyway. I'm sure you were. Blasé, good to see you. You upside down. You're in Australia. Haha. Fire Tree, legendary. There you are. You're all legendary. You're all super troopers. Super troopers. Okay. Who else we got in our house? Before I shoot off to eat, probably. My favorite thing. Eat air. That's what I'm going to mainly eat in air. Yeah, King James was blacks, man. Yeah, look at that. Shit. Look, everyone knew that. It's big time into medieval reggae. Yeah. Storage space. It's all in your mind. It's where the stars live. How can they not be? So, yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm just checking out the comments. I'm really milking it at the end, but that's not deliberately. Just seeing if I'm missing anything. So yeah, well done, lady, for or whoever you were, for guessing Oliver Cromwell. That was a cracking little guess. Thank you, Pig Dog. Thank you, JC Miller. Thank you, Miller-san. Thank you, Benjamin, for being here. Whole show. Muscus erectus. Merci beaucoup. Erecticus 2. Magos. All the best, my friend. Okay, I think I've been going up past 2, up past 7, up past 8, up past 9. 2 hours, 10 minutes. There you are. That means something. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your vibrations. Thank you for just being groovy. That's what I love. Groovy vibrations. Happy people. Okay. All in flow state. Right on, Voodoo Child. I'm your Voodoo Child. Lord knows. I'm your Voodoo Child, baby. I'll go in on that. See you later, guys. Thanks, Steph. Thanks to anybody who I haven't shouted for being here as well. Do appreciate that. You know that. There you are. Bring the vibes. Thank you. I'll see you very, very soon. See you on the weekend for whoever's going. See you soon.